Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the New Future Podcast.
Let's go. From the new space, baby.
We are officially in the new space.
Wow.
This and every podcast is brought to you by newfutureapparel.com. You can use promo code podcast for 10% off always. And this episode is also brought to you by Moon Guitars.
Yeah, baby. Our first guest in the building, Mr. Kyle Wolfe. Check him out.
If you have not yet, please, it would mean the world to us if you could subscribe, like the video, and get in the comment section. We pick a winner at the end of every single video and give away some free merchandise. Today we have our first guest in a new space.
I feel like I'm a guest too. Like I don't want to take anything from
Jake
you
has
right
no
now,
idea that this was
but
happening.
literally people he's been sending me pictures, like ideas for the new space we want to build in the studio, and I had no idea that over the week though he was just doing it on his own as a surprise for me. On top of another surprise. This is like my birthday today. It's a bit ridiculous.
It's amazing.
Kyle's been building me a custom guitar. If you guys watch the podcast, you know he's been working on something for me for well over a year now, right?
About a year even.
Design started when though? When did you bring? What was it? 2 years when you came to Tiernanog with the book and started writing specs?
Yeah, so it was 2 years ago. I was sitting at Tiernanog while you were playing on a Thursday night.
Yeah, always Thursdays.
Because you had talked about having a custom guitar made for you that never happened.
Yeah.
And then I just decided, like, okay, well, I'm gonna do that then, and had ideas. And I have pictures. I need to send Will a link. I have like 200 pictures of the build process of that
Beautiful.
thing. So I have pictures of the original specs that I took that I didn't completely change. We had some updates with all the koa that I kind of found.
Yeah, you got into some crazy stuff.
And
we're gonna show the people in a few. I haven't seen this yet, guys. I haven't touched it. Multiple other people in the community have had their hands on it a little bit, like top tier people.
Since it's been done, I told you I was up to some secrets, right?
Yeah, this is the biggest one.
So
beautiful boys, you beautiful boys.
Pretty crazy.
I took it up to Adam at FU Tone. I know you saw a little bit of that.
I just saw a picture of you.
So we shot
or like the thing you put with like.
Did you really not watch the video?
I saw like the tone thing he put, like the FU Tone, the link you shared.
So it just linked to the website.
Yeah,
on my
I noticed that.
Yeah, on my website.
When you said I'm on YouTube now, I was like, oh shit, Kyle started his own podcast or like started his like own channel. So I was like looking all over YouTube, and then I found it.
So that's happening.
But you've seen it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Well, did you see it tonight in person too?
No, I haven't seen it.
I haven't opened the case
yet.
But
you've seen it and heard it?
On the YouTube video, yeah. The guy, the guy.
Everybody but me.
Sounded delicious.
Look at all three cameras now.
So
because I could do that.
It sounded delicious. It was ridiculous.
So we went up. We shot a YouTube video. Just a short demo to show off the FU Tone titanium bridge pins.
Okay, that's right. You got just that through them?
Yep.
But they're your go-to with all the guitars you build, right?
For a lot of hardware, yeah. They're just top quality stuff, and Adam's a hell of a guy.
That's gonna be the new staple for Moon Guitars. Getting all the stuff through him.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Much, yeah.
He's like
hardware.
top tier. Like they have huge, like world-renowned bands.
And it's like his slogan is exactly what it is. It's use what the pros use, because he knows every rock musician you can think of uses his stuff. It's top tier.
That's going to be Moon Guitars in a few years.
So I went up there, I did that, and then later that week I went over to Mr. Joey DiTullio's studio.
Yes, love that man.
And we recorded some stuff. So I'll have a 3-song EP coming out, recorded with your guitar.
What, you?
Dang.
Your originals?
I don't want to tell you what's on the album yet.
Oh, you and your secrets, it's got to stop.
Nah, it's never going to stop. I am full of secrets.
The secrets are everything.
You don't get to go to camera one on that. I go to camera one.
I just went to all 3. Slow pan. We're professional.
He's going to be in this seat in 2 weeks.
So it's been quite a while that we've been waiting to see this thing completely finished.
I don't know if I could do it.
Why don't you crack her open?
I'm so nervous.
Crack that baby
open. Do I take headphones off? We good here?
Continuous going?
It's all too much for me right now. Like, I feel like my wife just told me we're having our second child, and like having the child. Like,
all right, we're back. How'd it feel touching it for the first time,
dude?
Unbelievable.
Can we just put him on my lap for the rest of the podcast and I'll just stroke his lovely face and hair?
The guitar or Kyle?
Kyle.
Can I also hold the guitar?
I'm going to hold you in my arms and I want you to hold the guitar.
You do whatever you want.
That would be a little inappropriate, eh?
I'm really just genuinely overwhelmed and just full of nothing but love and joy. Like you got,
A lot.
I have the best people around me in
lot
every
to-
aspect of my life.
A
It's
lot to
ridiculous,
process right
dude.
now. A lot to process.
Oh my god, I don't know how I'm ever gonna thank you enough or make that up to you. Like,
Do what you do every day. That's all. That's what. Listen, you said it on the podcast before. I've been a supporter of what you guys do right now since day one, right?
Yeah.
Because from day one, it was about being about something bigger than yourself,
Always.
improving yourself always,
100%.
and never stopping.
yeah.
So as long as you keep doing that,
Just keep
I'm
getting
in.
after it.
Well, thank you. We're glad to have you on the team, man.
And what did I tell you?
Welcome to the family.
2020. We're done talking about shit. We're
Yep.
just getting to it. That's
Yep.
why I
Yep.
didn't. I didn't want
Results.
to. I knew you were working your ass off this week, and you had a ton of gigs, and you know,
Still, man, I would find the time, take a day or two off work if we need to help you at the studio. I come, like, that's another thing. I don't know if you guys realize this. This, well, you're going, you know it if you watch the podcast. This is a brand new space.
it
Like,
looks tight.
and it's amazing. It's a real set. Like,
Well, you know,
what?
the construction shit's kind of like my lane. So
Oh,
it's
you're
just
you're
like,
great at it, but the
I
fact that
just
you
had to go through it.
didn't even hit me out, like, I could help you hold sheetrock up and we can knock
Well, there was a
stuff
lot
out
of
together.
There was a
but-
lot of hours of just standing in here and staring. So
Yeah.
it was like that.
Well, I'll tell you
just
what.
trying to figure out how I was going to do it, what I was going to do. You know, did you bring the flag?
No, I couldn't find it.
Knew you were
Didn't
gonna
have
forget
time.
The flag,
Did not have time to dig that out. It's in a box in the attic. But I have
and
a
it probably
flag.
smells like shit.
I have
right?
No, I don't think so. It shouldn't.
It was all stained last time.
Was it? What was on it?
I don't know.
A cat get to it or something?
I don't know. I forget.
We'll have to check it out.
Oh,
But I have
yeah.
I have
maybe-
like a
the cat
legit
room.
like 25 foot.
Because you cat people.
I'm so sick of hearing that.
You definitely one of your cats definitely wrecked havoc at
I got chills still, man.
KF Voorhees.
I believe it.
You don't have 50-50 anymore right now
believe
either.
it.
You're surrounded by dog people.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah. Nobody's
right.
cat people, but
Ugh.
cat people.
Good.
Nobody's cat people, but yeah, cat people.
I'm cat people. I just don't have a cat anymore because I had one for 20 years. So I'm like good on a cat now.
I'm just good in general. Life is so good. It really is.
Had to do what I had to do, man.
And I appreciate both of you.
I just wanted to
so
get it.
much.
I just
in so
wanted
many
to get
different
it.
ways.
Just wanted to get it done, and you know.
Well,
just-
you did that. You both
Yeah.
did that.
I got it done.
hmm
But the guitar.
It's true, guys. It sounds cliche, but it's so true. I don't know what camera to look at now. I love it.
I would go
It's so
with
true. You
that
surround
camera.
yourself
Yeah.
I
with
think we're gonna go with that
hardworking,
camera.
like-minded people, and great things happen.
Mhm.
Like you are the average of what you surround yourself with.
I hope we did.
So your job is to surround yourself with bad ass people at all times.
Well, and to
Just
always,
people who are about what they say they're about.
and work honest.
Yep.
Don't try and cheat your way to the top.
It doesn't work.
Just grind it out and do what's right.
Yep.
And
I
crush it.
hate the saying "fake it till you make it."
Yeah.
Because what happens when you make it?
It's nice I can leave
You
now.
won't.
No
You
one
won't
knows.
know that you made it if
And
you fake it.
you
till
just
you make
won't
it.
last either because it's not
Right.
real.
Right. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
it's
'cause
an
you
illusion.
didn't-
It's something
you
you're
didn't
trying-
really get there.
You
yeah.
didn't. You're faking it. None of that hard work's the hard work doesn't exist probably.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm just gonna look the part and get there, and then things will be easy street. No, things are gonna get 1,000 times harder because you haven't failed enough or lost battles and prepared yourself
To learn.
for when it's there. Exactly. There's
Right.
no growth in that. I'm
It's
so
been
blessed
hard.
to be around people who are hungry and get after it like that. I love you guys.
It's probably been my most hectic week of my entire life.
It has to be, dude. It
Because
has to be.
on top of that, you know, Daddy had to get some storage units.
Oh my god. NFF's back. New Future Flips is back and hard.
I got 4 this week.
You bought 4 units. We got to start selling stuff out of the back shed before you keep buying more units.
The shed is packed.
There's no room for anything.
It's my death pile now. It's unbelievable. It's what many people in the resale business know as a death pile. It's like
Where you start building too
it's
much
like
in
the
stock.
common thing where like you keep putting things in bins and pushing it aside to list it, and it's just like sitting there. Like my death pile is now a friggin' 20 by 10 shed.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
And the problem is there's too much stuff to you go in and get probably so overwhelmed trying to pick what you're going to list or sell.
Dude, you have no idea.
Well,
You've no
I
idea.
visually have an idea.
It's bad.
You are Ariel from The Little Mermaid. You are.
I'm
Can you insert the music in that, or do we? Can we?
No,
not get that?
we'll get pulled.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
You-
Wouldn't you think Will's collection's complete?
I found a lot of good stuff this week, dude.
I believe it. You
we
always
made-
find good stuff. There's a bag of gold. There's not a bag of gold in the studio.
No.
There's definitely.
If there is, I
Well, I
haven't seen
it started saying that, and then I'm like, I probably shouldn't tell people we have a bag of gold in the studio.
I found
Will's first unit, he found hundreds of dollars of gold.
thousands.
I believe it.
I,
Dude,
in
we'll
the-
show you the pile after.
in the last In the last unit I got, I found a whole stack of cash in an envelope.
Shut up.
Unbelievable.
How much?
Like $150, but it was all in crispy $2 bills.
What?
So it was kind of cool.
All twos?
Yeah. And then I found like $22, some jewelry, shit ton of baby shoes.
That's legit.
I'm gonna be the mogul of baby Jordans. I have so many newborn and like to like Ronan's age Jordans.
Oh, hook the kid up. Tris needs some fly gear.
Dude, they're like $60 a pop on eBay.
Yeah, I'll give you 40.
Come out that pocket.
40.
Come out that pocket. I'll give you 40.
I got you.
Can we
man.
do a come out that pocket shirt? Come out that pocket.
I have a ton of shoes actually. You guys are more than welcome to pick through
Oh my God.
for the kids.
That's too funny.
Dude, they've been killer. The one we got with Jack. Jack hit me up in the beginning with Katie's dad.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, what's up with these storage units? You still been looking at them? I was like, yeah, I check every day. And he was like, yo, look at this one. I had already seen it. I was like, these just look like antique stuff. And like, I don't know. And like, he was like, really just wanted tchotchkes for the garage.
You have the eye, though.
I started looking through, and there was a couple blow molds in there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, these are like the Holy Grail blow molds. They're like $300 a pop.
Blow molds are the old, like,
Plastic,
crappy plastic looking
like
decorations that used to go on lawns.
the hollow plastic things with the bulb inside them that glow
okay.
on the front
It's
lawn.
like nativity scenes and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
So
so they're
there's-
like they bring in good money.
Yeah,
I sold one for like $200.
I've been selling them on eBay like nonstop. I went to
He bought the unit for $15 that had like a couple of them in there. He sold them for
on that
hundreds
one,
each.
but a different one. I went to a yard sale down the street. I was buying them for like $1 a piece from the lady. She's like, "Oh,
had
they're
no
from the
clue what she had.
'70s. I don't know. They even work. Just give me $1 a piece for them." I was like, "Okay."
Meanwhile,
I don't know what they're worth either. I think they're cool.
Little Will and Will's brain is like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
I was
god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god,
freaking out.
Get
I
out
was
of here.
I was
get out of
looking
here.
in her garage. I was like, "You got anything else in there?" She's like, if you're into this stuff, I guess I could find." She started digging more out.
Hundreds of dollars.
I sold a steeple this big for like $95. It was like a little tiny plastic steeple. Cost me like
People
$6
love that.
to ship.
Nostalgia sells, man.
Yeah,
It's
true.
crazy.
That's
I just
true.
sold
Nostalgia sells.
I just sold a waffle maker that I was gonna throw in the trash for $145 this week.
The fact that you have a waffle
It's
maker,
stupid.
Yeah.
Well, like, I was gonna throw it away. I thought it was like a piece. Like I literally put it on top of the trash can when I was in the garage one day, and I was like, "Let me just look it up." I always gotta just look, and sure enough, it's selling every single day for $150.
Nice.
So I was like, I gotta lift it. I cleaned
Yeah.
it up, put it up there, and it sold the next week.
Nice.
The vacuums are insane. There's old school vacuums.
yeah,
There's Electrolux, like the ones with the big that you would drag around the house
Oh,
like
yeah.
back in the day.
Yep.
And, like I sold one of those like brown old like 1970s. Still works, but like I got $150
because you
for it.
can't get the parts, right? So some people have good pieces and they want the
Yeah,
stuff
they don't.
off of it.
They don't make them anymore. Yeah, but people are like tried and true to like they love them, so like
Yeah,
they stick.
I'm
with
good
them.
on that. I'll rock with our
Yeah, Dyson's are fine.
$150
Shark.
all day. Shark family.
Shark family.
You shark people.
I'm shark people.
You shark people. You shark people.
I don't know what we have. We got one at
Nice.
Home Depot for like $250.
Well,
We're
you
like,
might be shark people.
You probably
like,
shark people.
We're dropping money on a vacuum. We're getting a nice vacuum. I'm
You
tired of
gotta
buying
get a nice
$60 Walmart vacuums and then breaking immediately because we got 2 dogs. Well,
that was
had 3 dogs.
That was one thing when I came into adult life that really threw me. How much vacuums cost.
But like,
That's something you get.
I never
like,
expected that.
housewarming though.
Yeah, and, like,
stuff
they
like that.
laugh.
That's why I just had no clue what the price was on that. I never had
Yeah.
to buy one until I
It's-
was like
it's-
28.
And
it's
you always
something-
go Bed Bath and Beyond, 'cause 20% off.
right. It's something that lasts so long that like when it comes up, it's like, man, I don't want to spend that right now. But it lasts you 6 years, 10
Yeah.
years. Like,
The Dysons are tried and true. They're sick. But
What are we drinking? Because it's really good.
Black Barrel, Jameson.
Nice. Little shout out, Jameson. Hook us up. What's good?
What's up?
Come out of pocket.
Did you see Santino's sponsored by Buffalo Trace now?
No, he's not.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
That's awesome.
He does a little Buffalo Trace commercial.
That's awesome.
And whiskey ginger.
The whiskey ginger. That makes so much
He
sense.
just had Little Dicky on. It was great. Apparently they're really good friends. And the new show Dave coming out.
Any good? Have you seen anything?
He's in it. I don't know. It hasn't been on yet.
Nice.
Where were we?
We were all over the place so far.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking about my units. Yeah, Daddy went a little deep this week.
Oh yeah, you got 4 this week.
Been extremely overwhelmed on top of
Building a brand new studio.
on top of doing this.
I like that you went with the brick.
You like the brick?
I love the brick.
The brick looks.
I was
good,
between
right?
the brick or like the third or fourth wood we were looking at.
The wood sucked.
You didn't like any of them?
Garbage.
Were they just not nice in person?
Garbage.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. You heard it here.
Garbage.
garbage.
And then
Garbage.
I also had a lady at Home Depot like pretty much yelling at me. She's like, "You go with the brick." Like some like grumpy old lady that worked there. She was like talking to me like I was a child. It was uncomfortable.
You didn't hit her with a Ron Swanson?
No.
I know more than you.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best.
I should have.
That's the best.
That's
Can I
classic.
help you, sir? I know far more than you.
I feel that way every single time I'm in Home Depot. I'm like, get away from me, dude.
You know what?
People, I've been asked more than anybody that works in Home Depot, do you work here when I'm in Home Depot?
Really?
Almost every single time I go.
Because you're focused, probably, and they're like, that guy's laser guided.
Somebody comes up to me, and I swear to God, almost every single time I'm in there, like, do you work here? I'm like, no. Like, well, what would about
I don't have any
this?
orange on.
Do I look like I'm wearing a smock right now? Like, what is going on? I don't have a price checker in my hand.
What drives me the most crazy about Home Depot, I might be coming out of pocket here. This might be a little aggressive.
Probably.
But I personally don't understand why Home Depot has more handicap parking than anywhere else on the face of Earth. I've never seen a handicap contractor, ever.
Pregnant parent
Ever.
and
Yeah.
Purple Heart
Yeah.
and like every excuse for an extra parking space to take up at the front.
So you're with me on this?
Oh, 100%.
The first 10, literally 10
You guys
rows
are gonna get
all
canceled.
handicap.
I love
can't-
all the parking for the,
You're
the handicapped and Purple
don't you
Heart.
dare play
Listen,
this game
and,
right now.
and especially expecting mothers.
Oh, dude.
Y'all two are getting canceled.
No.
You start your own podcast.
Yeah, maybe we will.
In,
Can we rent your space?
Canceled podcast.
in general, I want
The
them.
canceled cast.
I want them all to have parking spaces.
Yeah.
They don't need the first 30 at Home Depot,
No,
though.
2 or
Why
3.
are they at Home Depot?
Exactly. I'd be cool 2 or 3. But
Walmart?
like,
They're trying to- trying to build
ShopRite?
it-
You
yes.
got it.
Yes.
Trying to build their new future.
no, we're. But here's the thing: if every once in a while I saw a contractor with a savage limp, or even a walker, or give me a cane, something, as long as you're pointing at stuff. But I've never seen a handicap contractor in my life, ever. Not even a neck brace. A neck brace, that'd be cool. Throw a
If you
safety
do,
on.
they
Most
probably parked in the contractor area
Yeah,
with the awning.
right up front.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Most of them walk.
You're out on this, dude.
Most of them walk like they
Me and
are
Kyle took this one.
handicapped.
Me and Kyle took this one.
Shit. But yeah, it's been a hectic week.
I can tell.
Got the studio
tell.
together though. It looks clean.
It looks amazing.
It looks great.
We still have a lot of work to do.
We have our first guest on. I'm so stoked right now.
Pretty
This is
sick.
Kyle Wolfe again, ladies and gentlemen. Moon Guitars.
I'm proud to be here. I listen. Obviously, I watch every episode. I comment every week. 'Cause
He's got the
and-
most-
and you should too. Get that free gear.
Nice.
But
He's got the most new future gear of any of our customers.
For sure.
if
Without a doubt.
if that's true, I'm proud of it.
Bro, I
I
It's a
bought
tight-
all but
it's
the
a tight-
one I got for free. So
It's a tight race.
That's support right there, dude.
It's a tight race.
You only got one W?
I got one W.
Nah,
and I
you've
think
you've had two.
I only won one time.
No, because he bought the shirt the 1 week and then he won as well. So I
Right.
brought him 2. He didn't win both of those.
And-
I
only
thought we
won one.
picked randoms for him twice,
No,
and you left with 2 shirts randomly.
not for
No,
me.
that was one he bought.
And
We just happened to have it
Did
on the rack.
Diane win?
nope, not yet. She didn't get on the train until probably like
Oh yeah, she was using.
Oh, what did she call Will?
10,
What did she call Will?
10 or so episodes ago.
What did she call Will
I
last
don't know.
week?
I don't know what she commented. I'm not her. I'm not her boss.
No.
Oh, we
at-
forgot to do the comment thing.
No, at Harper's. We were all cracking up. We were talking about how funny he is with the Will facts and like how he'll kind of know something and go all in on it. And then you turn to him and it's like, is that legit? He's like,
Kind of do.
nah, I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. She
don't know.
called him something so good I was dying. I was like, we got to bring that up next
She
episode.
got on the comment section fairly recently, like 5 or 6 episodes ago. But yeah, she hasn't won, and I've only used the discount code on there once or twice.
Damn, you're a real
And
one.
not like to be snobby and like I want to support my boys, but like I genuinely forget and I just go on and buy
I feel
stuff.
like a lot of people forget.
Like the podcast one, I didn't know about that till I think last week. I was like, that's a thing.
Really?
What?
Yeah. The podcast coupon code.
Podcast 10.
I genuinely didn't know about that till last
10%.
week.
Yeah,
It's always
we've
at-
been doing
it's
that
always
for
at the
what,
bottom.
5-6 weeks at least?
don't
Yeah,
read.
we had it a few weeks ago.
It's not new, but it's been probably around like a
No,
month.
like a few months,
Yeah.
like 2 months ago, I think we trickled it in and did like one, but like we didn't. I think we just put it in and didn't say it. It
Oh,
just
you
said
did.
it just said it in the bottom
Right.
because
you say it in the intro now every
we
time.
we had nothing like going, but like next week we'll probably do like a promotional thing because we have a bunch of new stuff to drop and stuff like that. But
Tight.
more about Moon Guitars though. I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, I don't really have the I'd say not credentials. I don't really have the power to do this, but how about 10% off any Moon guitar you order this week to be custom made?
Hey, I'll tell you what. This week, You put it in an order, I'll give you 15% off.
15% off a custom build, guys.
DM me.
That's the
email
most
me.
beautiful possession I have in my life. It's probably the nicest thing besides my children that
Use
I own,
coupon
without a
code
doubt.
New Moon.
There's no coupon code. You call me and tell me you saw it on New Future.
There's a coupon. Well, look
You need
below
to get a
for the
coupon
New
code
Moon.
on your website.
Yeah, but I don't have a good way to check out on my website for a custom order right now. So only stuff in
Can people
stock
get merch
will be
and stuff
there.
on your website though? Your shirts available there?
Not anymore because
No?
I'm not buying shirts through who I got them through before.
Yeah, you're coming
next
in
time
the
I'm
Future
doing,
family.
Next time I'm doing shirts, they're gonna be
And
New
we'll
Future made.
put a moon slot up on New Future's page as well.
Yeah.
And just have it link the profits to you.
We'll stock you up with whatever you want, and but you should definitely like have like a promotional code that people can use. you
Oh
know?
yeah, when that goes up, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
100%.
And even like because you can
15% off.
You can
custom
go
build.
on moonguitar.com and buy something and check out right there, right? Like
There's nothing-
one of your guitars.
There's one guitar in stock right now. It's the Woodburn Phoenix Moon Elite right now.
Yeah,
I'm
that was insane.
I'm glad you're here. Finally, I can release all this good news I got.
Dude, you've been holding out on me.
Dude,
I
it's
could
been a
feel the
crazy year.
distance between us.
I don't
Sunday nights
know.
weren't as sexy.
I don't know how it's been 2 months in 2020 already. It feels like it's been 3 years.
You've been going hard, dude.
All right.
How many guitars have you built this year already?
4.
4 custom built,
Four, and
fully designed guitars in
That's
2 months.
and that's nothing.
That's in 2 months. This guy's a
nothing.
savage.
Nothing. So right now, I am planning out a run of 6 guitars. They're all going to be that Moon Elite model, the same one that's in stock on my website.
Okay, cool.
Different specs than the one that's on there. That was kind of a one-off specifically for John Mayer, and it didn't pan out in terms of getting it to him. So if he sees this, he can still have it. But otherwise, that's mine for right now.
Yeah, you had like
We'll
some
consider
type,
that a
of,
prototype.
some type of connection through him, and you were going to get that guitar to him, right?
Yeah, so
What kind of guitar was it?
it's one I made.
The one with the Woodburn Phoenix on it?
Oh, that one.
Yeah. I made it.
That one's insane.
I don't want to say for him.
He was the inspiration
He was
behind it.
100% the inspiration behind it. And the guy that did the wood burning, Sacred Fire Arts, if you want to check him
he's
out on Instagram.
awesome. He did a guitar
phenomenal.
for John Butler. He did a guitar for
skateboards. Like
he does skate. He will take he could take Liam's guitar and put a brand new design on that.
That's pretty sick.
he's really, really good. But he had the connection to somebody in the Grateful Dead. So he was going to be able to get it to him, and then we didn't get it done in time. So I was going to try and get it to him when John Mayer was in town. We were going to see him.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out. The venue wouldn't let me bring it in.
Are you serious?
Yeah, whole 9. And trying to get a hold of that
They
guy.
wouldn't
Like,
let you bring a guitar into a concert.
nope. Not at Wells Fargo.
It's a weapon.
Well,
Is that what they consider it? Really?
It's a
Probably.
huge case, and like I didn't want to bring it and just try and like get it to him on the tour bus or something and have to leave it in my car in Philly. Like,
no.
yeah,
no.
a lot of red flags.
Go
and
look at this guitar and you'll understand why you don't leave it in the back seat. It's like that one that he just built for me that doesn't get left anywhere besides in my arms.
Yeah.
and on
Or-
the stand next to the bed.
right, or in a studio. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you make art, dude. Like
Joey-
functioning art.
Thank you.
It's
Joey
ridiculous.
has recorded with that guitar, and I can't believe how good it sounds, and not like in a
He
toot
made
own
my
horn
Martin.
way.
He made my Martin sound unbelievable.
Wait till you
I'm
hear
so
what he
jacked up
did
to
with
hear.
that.
Wait,
Because
he recorded 3 songs. I thought you did.
I recorded them, but I played it. He recorded them.
Oh, okay, but did you sing?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not,
That's what,
not yet. I got to go back and do it.
but that's what I'm hoping. Like I want to
Yeah.
hear 3 from you. What'd you
So-
do? Like an original cover? What'd you do?
I ain't
Come on,
telling
let me
you.
get a
I ain't
taste.
telling you till it comes out. You'll have to have me back to talk.
I thought
about
I could say fine.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I have
But-
no idea.
I
Don't look at me. I don't know. This is news to me as well.
we got
Yeah, I was about
2
to
mics
say.
on it and plugged into the pickup that's in it. And like we can get into
You
a
went
little
with
bit more of the
Fishman, right?
specs and stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
it's similar to what you have but nicer.
Nice.
So 2 mics and the pickup, and just set everything balanced and didn't EQ it, didn't compress it, nothing, no fancy studio magic. It sounded exactly how it sounded in the room.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that.
Let's
we,
go, let's
we had
go,
some
let's
technical
go.
difficulties.
Things happen.
This is our
First time
first time doing 3, so
In the news, dude, yeah.
it's something different. One day we'll be on the Rogan level and
We'll be there.
not have any
It
issues.
just takes time, baby.
It's all in my Amazon cart. We'll talk. We'll talk.
We'll get there.
So let's hop back into this though, because I got a lot of questions for him about this.
Yeah, we wanted to talk.
He was. We want to talk about the recording first.
The
Whatever you
recording
have
of
on.
what?
He recorded his first EP
Right. So we're in the
on
studio.
on the guitar
Oh,
on the new one.
Okay,
Like how
okay.
sick is
So-
that?
So, and same thing. I kind of knew that was going to be the plan from the get go with this.
Yeah.
I wanted to
you can't build something that beautiful and not get your hands on it in some capacity.
Well,
put something out in the world with
like
it.
I said while you were running around and being excited, that's the third acoustic I've ever made.
Yeah.
It's also the nicest guitar I've ever made. And I don't normally do acoustics, and I don't plan on it, so don't ask me to.
But will you make an acoustic if somebody wants it?
I'll make it.
If somebody wants that guitar this week,
If someone makes
for 15% off, will you do it?
If someone wants that guitar,
They can't have it.
they can't have one like it. I told you that's one of one. I'm not doing it again.
In Koa. In just Koa, you're saying? Or
Those exact specs I won't do. I'll
specs.
change.
So it's for the
specs,
Jake
yeah.
Falana signature with Moon Guitars.
Because it's a jumbo
Make
Koa.
the announcement here too. Now I'm
It's a jumbo
officially a
Koa.
Moon Guitar artist, ladies and gentlemen.
Jumbo
Sponsored
Koa
artist.
and Ebony. Is that what
Yes.
it is?
So that's the only woods on the outside. Inside the spruce bracing.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Is
So
that like
I'll-
the little braces that are
Yeah,
in?
the stuff that looked like
Inside,
a cathedral.
Yeah.
The pictures.
Yep.
How sick were those
Those are
pictures?
unbelievable.
You took some awesome ones. Check them out.
I'll put a couple up in there.
Yeah. Like I said, I've got 200 pictures for you to pull from if you want.
Yeah. We're
Beautiful.
gonna
I
sprinkle.
just got to send you that link.
We're gonna sprinkle them through the episode as we talk about the guitar more.
Cool.
Yeah, so like you were saying, that was your plan. You wanted to record with it.
Yep.
So how'd the
So-
process go?
So, as far as building it, or as far as recording?
No, recording it.
So recording, I walked in and Joey was blown away, and Joey played it for a half hour, 45 minutes before
He
we
just
even
wouldn't put it down.
No,
probably.
literally.
All right,
Playing
Joey,
it,
that's enough.
and like
I love Joey.
I always forget how good he is. I know he's good. I know
Dude.
he's so good, and he's
Just a little-
21.
Little
Dude, he's a
prodigy.
joke.
He really is.
He's been
And-
doing the same thing for 6 years.
They took
now?
him out of high school at 15. I met him at Dobbs on the back steps. We were talking after open mic. I was like, "You got it, dude. You're my young gun. I love you, kid." And ever since we've been playing shows together, doing stuff, and he's so dedicated at such a young age. He dedicated
Yes.
himself so wholeheartedly. And like we were talking about earlier, if you put the time in, and you consistently work hard at something, great things are going to happen. And like, I just don't know how that kid doesn't end up on the front of Guitar World magazine or on tour with whatever band he wants to put together, opening up for massive acts until he's big enough to
Well,
headline his own stuff. He
and
just,
along those lines, I didn't get introduced to him. Like I saw him for the first time at St. Maddie's Day at Harper's
really,
for the first time, and
you never seen him like back in the wait.
nobody introduced me. I walked up after his set while he was trying to break down his set and
Yeah.
tried to talk to him like, "Hey, you sound awesome.
Yeah, let's do some work.
What is that amp?" He built his own amps.
Yep.
He was phenomenal. He wasn't doing his normal full band stuff. He was doing like a Royal Blood kind of like.
Yeah.
He was playing guitar and bass at the same time on just
Yeah.
the guitar
That
with
was a
just the
crazy
drummer,
night.
and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
You
then
can curse.
afterward, yeah, right.
I saw that on the lips.
Yeah, I clicked the this is
professional.
not a children's platform
Okay.
when I submit the video.
I try to be professional.
Yeah,
but,
fuck it.
So
Sometimes.
I showed up to open mic one night because I go every Sunday, and it just happened to be his 21st birthday party, and like nobody told me. I didn't know.
Well, I set that
So-
up as a little surprise.
Yeah, it was nice. I walk in, and there's a ton of people, and Jake finally gets there, and goes, "Hey, no, this is this guy," and he walks in. I was like, "Fucking Joey, okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool." And he got to hear me sing a little bit. I heard more of him, and whatever. So we started talking, and he's super into my stuff. He's been
Supporting it since he met you, right?
just as big as you, if not
Yeah.
more. Like he is so in on what's this model name and what specs is this we're gonna have. Like
Yeah.
January, make sure you don't have anything on your schedule because me and him are going to NAM.
We're going to NAM?
We're going to NAM.
Let's go.
It's
Will, you're
happening.
coming with us.
It's on video now. so-
Vietnam?
No, California, baby. California.
Vietnam? I'm out,
I think
guys.
I'm out.
Not Nam. Not Nam. NAM.
I don't know what NAM
Man,
is
what's
either.
it? National...
It's
Is it the National American
North
Music...
American Musical Manufacturers. I think.
Oh,
It's
okay,
one of the biggest
okay.
music conferences in the
It's
country.
like a yeah.
Like, it's the
it's like
thing.
a Comic-Con for guitars.
Except like Gary Holt, my dude from Slayer, is just roaming around and like
You dress up as a guitar and shit.
No, William. William, stop it
No-
right now.
no LARPing at NAM.
Stop
Comic-Con.
it, Billy.
No. So Joey is going to be demoing my stuff, and you're going to be
I'm going to sit there and play that and sing songs.
Yep, and like town crier, grab
Yeah.
people's attention the way you
Yep.
do.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have
That's what I'm best
Diane,
at.
We'll have Hannah come take pictures.
I
Like,
love it. I love it.
yeah. So that's happening. But so
Might have to make that a family vacay.
I knew after dealing with him a little bit and kind of getting more of his interest and having my guitars in his studio and him being in love with them, like, okay, he needs to
Yeah.
play this. He needs to do a demo with us. And I waited to do a YouTube full video on this until you have it. I want you in the YouTube demo for it
Really? Okay.
because it's tailored. I built it and spec'd it to your voice.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing. If you guys don't know as well, like me and Kyle became friends probably, 3 or 4 years ago now when you saw Kid
Not
Felix?
even. Not
No,
even.
less than that?
Well, all right.
We become
so
really good friends very quickly.
I saw Kid Felix in
When you know, you know.
2014 at Mayfair in Collingswood.
Wow. Savage.
And like,
Just remembers everything.
Mayfair
I was-
and Collingswood.
yeah, I was hooked then.
The hell
and
was
like,
that?
Mayfair?
Was I there? In Collingswood.
You weren't there. Nah, it was
think
so
so.
Hall of Hadnav gets closed off, and they do a whole big street fair with all kinds of vendors and stuff. And someone had a bunch of bands play, and Kid Felix was one of the bands during the day. And like immediately, I was like,
It's weird that
You
That
liked
dude.
the music. That was before Open Mic, or we actually
100%.
had met, right? You were a
100%.
fan for a little while before we became friends and really met, right?
never heard of Kid Felix before that day.
That's crazy.
And out of all the bands that played, I was like, I was working. I was,
Yeah.
selling merchandise and stuff like that. And like, you guys got up and crushed it. And I was like, okay, yep, they're good. Definitely gonna tell everybody listen to them. And like, listen to you guys on Spotify, bought the albums,
Yeah.
whatever. A
Appreciate
couple
that.
years go by, and like, there was a video of you on YouTube doing Plush by STP.
Who was I
at-
playing with?
You and John Sackwitz at Valari's.
Oh, that's right. Me and John did do a couple covers.
It's just a nothing
That
open
one was,
mic at
that one
Valari's
was
video.
fire.
Yeah.
It's,
I remember that one.
phenomenal.
Everybody was reposting that one.
I show everybody that video.
Yeah.
Really?
Everybody on the sun.
So it's me and John at Valari's doing Plush.
hmm
Okay, that's enough for you, right? Okay, yeah.
It's the one I don't play.
I always mix that up with stuff.
Right. So, fan. I was a big
Yeah.
fanboy. Big
Like,
old,
I'm
big
in.
old,
I'm in on
big
this
old
guy.
dumb fanboy. My
Yeah.
wife busts my balls all the time. That I'm in love with you.
That's when you
Everyone
start.
busts my
That's
balls.
when
Now
you,
we're like brothers.
that's when you start sliding in.
Well, so I
Surround yourself with the
So
talent.
at the time, I was working in a manufacturing place. I was building the chairs and stands and stuff that you see in an eye doctor's office.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a shitty, grinded out job.
Yeah.
Like, music was what got me through the day, right? And I was telling everybody, listen to this. I stopped working there and started working in an actual woodworking cabinet shop, building like custom bar units and like
Nice.
Doing
cooler
stuff you
stuff that I
enjoyed a little
liked.
bit more.
But the shop was closed Sunday and Monday instead of Saturday, Sunday. So I was off on Mondays, and you posted on Facebook that you had that open mic at Harper's, and I was like, I can start going to that now.
Yeah, nice.
Hell yeah, this is my Saturday night now.
The stars aligned, yeah.
So we walked in the first night and like hung out, and you have that atmosphere that you have in there of just like
Yeah.
everyone is welcome, nobody gets made
Yeah,
fun of.
that's my thing, dude.
I
I don't care how
everybody's
great or how crappy you are. We're all the same, and
Got,
everybody
like,
deserves.
comedians and shit.
I'll let
going.
anybody
Yeah.
go up spoken word. Like, it's
Yeah.
tough sometimes, like, because people are like, "Come on, get this person off stage." I'm like, no. I feel in my heart of hearts, every single human being deserves to get that 15 minutes where they feel like a rock star, whatever it is.
And,
not?
and
Because I
people
know
are paying
that feeling when
attention.
I get to be on stage and I've played to 15,000 people at the BBT Center, opening up for Soundgarden's Alice in Chains. I know what that feeling is like, and if I can give other people an opportunity to feel that just for a moment, even in a room of 20 people, it's worth it. And I've thrown people out of rooms for like making comments at stage or just
I've seen it.
just fathered them by the ear. Get out of here. You're not welcome.
I've
Like,
seen it, and immediately I turned to Diane.
That's my family, man. Like, if you come a part of that, I'm going to protect what your art and what you want to do.
Yeah. The first week, I turned to Diane. I was like, I'm going to make that guy my best friend. I don't know if I'll be his best friend.
Exactly.
And that's fine. But he's going to be my best friend. And that's maybe kind of a sociopath thing to say.
I'm gonna start watching him when he sleeps.
He
But, like,
will, he will feel my breath on
I'm
his
gonna
neck.
learn his schedule.
But my point was more,
But I
he
love
does
that.
music.
But I love that.
I make
That's a
musical
drive. Some
instruments.
people won't get that. You
And
know
it-
where you need to be to get to where
Yeah.
you want to go. Let's make it happen.
And at the
and you're
time-
genuine too.
Moon Guitars was...
Yeah, if you were a weirdo, you wouldn't be
Like
sitting
Right.
if it was BS and it was just like some like because I've had that before. Someone's just blowing smoke over here. It's like
Well,
nobody wants to hear that all the time.
and we
Like,
had
I'm
that-
just same person you are.
We had a couple talks.
Yeah.
We had a couple like, hey
For
man,
sure.
this is what my life is like. And like,
Yeah.
no problem.
I mean, if you're
Genuine
around,
as
if you're
hell.
around somebody and you meet them for the first time and shit like that, and you just see what they're about, and like you
can
just
tell.
know you want to be friends with them. Like it's
Yeah.
just like it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Just
like that's a two-way street,
You
man.
know.
I was just as drawn to you. I just believed.
sorry
I
to
believe
be a
you.
little bit weird in the beginning and
Yeah.
follow him everywhere.
Well, and I'm
You know,
watch him shower.
he wasn't. Some people are looking at that as like, did that really happen? Not at all. We like to
You'll never
exaggerate
know.
here.
His wife
Anyway.
calls. I can't. I'm outside Jake's window right now. Call you back.
no. So that was October. I guess I've been married for coming up on 2 years. So that was
Oh yeah, I married
about,
Kyle and his wife as well. That's how this
we'll
guitar
get there.
came
We'll
about.
get there.
Nice.
That was about
Building up to that.
He's got
that was
it.
about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
October, right? My company had only been in legal existence.
That's what I was one of the questions I was going to ask you
Yeah.
was when did it actually start? Like how long have you been doing the actual Moon guitar?
May 2017 was the beginning of April of 2017 was the
So you're coming
formal launch of Moon Guitars.
Coming up on 3 years then?
Yep.
Okay.
Coming up on
Most businesses don't make it
coming
past
up-
2, man.
right.
Congrats. Most small
And-
businesses don't
and-
make it past 2.
We haven't
Finally
made it yet.
starting to make money.
know, I'm
Thank
nervous.
God.
Congrats.
Jesus Christ.
You have an incredibly supportive wife, though, as well.
My wife is
And community.
the
For sure.
single best
But
thing
she's the captain, man.
to
Like,
ever
she
happen
holds
to
it
me.
down.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah.
nothing without her.
And like it's
We
it's a
all would,
stupid
in a way.
cheesy thing to say, but like no, genuinely, I
It's
would
the
not
truth,
have
man.
the
I'm the
drive that
same
I
way.
have. Like,
He's the same way.
mhm.
Like, you don't get anywhere without having a woman behind you who believes and supports what you're doing wholeheartedly.
If it wasn't
If
for
it's a-
Melinda,
if-
Jake would still smell like shit.
Oh no, oh no.
I'd be malnourished
You
and
didn't
living
know-
under a bridge.
You didn't know Jake in the dark days of no
There were-
phone.
No, I
there were
didn't.
dark-
And
there
that's-
were dark days.
And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of this.
It is. It's
I
about
don't-
people. You put
I
around
only
yourself.
hear about your background. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
You know.
It was garbage.
But
Jesus Christ! you piled on enough, I think.
Yeah.
when
I deserve
Yeah, you
when
do.
I started-
you actually do.
I was coming from doing guitar repairs a lot,
Yeah.
and primarily, and like trying to get into doing builds, and it was mostly custom builds. It was, hey, I want a telly, but I want it with these pickups,
With the
and
things you
this
like.
kind of neck, and whatever, and that's cool. And I
Because
still
you're
do
a hell of a
that.
guitar player as well, so you know certain things you're looking for and feeling.
I'm all right.
I've heard you
Listen,
rip a little bit, dude.
Listen, I can do what I can do, but for
You've surprised me big time a few nights. Where
For
I'm like, oh,
10
he plays like that.
I feel like if you
okay.
can make a guitar, you gotta like. Be
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
good.
that's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the
Fuck
problem. Though.
off.
For 10
you wanna
years
see
now,
me play a guitar?
for 10 years now, I've had way more attention and focus on tweaking them and fixing them and building
Okay,
them.
like
Yeah.
setups and working on the intonation
I
or
would
something. And
much
not
rather
working
be
on the
working on
craft
it
as much.
than playing it.
Gotcha.
So the problem is I have no practice habits because the rest of my time
It's
I-
craftsmanship.
You've seen me. You got video of me at open mic,
Dude.
not paying attention to like
Hysterical.
a comedian or something, looking at just wood on my
yeah.
phone. Because
I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, man. That's what does it for you.
That's
It's
the
like,
move.
dude, look at the flame on this.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no
I don't know what
idea.
that means, but I do
Yes.
now. But
You see
like,
that knot? You ever seen a knot like that?
that's
Gotta get
exactly
that
how he
nut.
is. I'll look over and Kyle's just like literally tindering, but with guitars.
So like, and that's how we started. I started
Yeah.
setting up your stuff. I fixed a couple other people's stuff at open mic, and like
I just
that-
liked your work. Like, I'd give you my guitar and I'd have it back. If I needed it that same day, you'd have it for me. You were just so willing to go above and beyond to make my shit right and make my job on stage and performance so much easier.
and even like I knew all right, so I started working in a repair shop when I started, and I started in 2007. I was 15. I'm turning 28 this month.
In a
next
guitar
month.
repair shop
Yeah.
you started? Okay.
So I've been doing this almost half my life,
That's awesome.
which is
More than a lot of people can say about anything they do.
yeah, it's
2007. Yeah.
it's mind-boggling to actually like put to words, but
I've been with one woman that long. It's
that's
mind-boggling.
crazy. But like you grow a lot. And like
For
I
sure.
knew when I launched Moon Guitars, and like I had Blue Guitar Repair for a little bit. It was never a formal company. It was something I did to keep track of receipts, basically, right?
Yeah.
I knew getting into it. I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I want to do it for musicians. I don't want to do repairs for
The random guy coming in with
Yeah,
his guitar
dude,
once every
who
8
doesn't
months.
play in a band, and his guitars
Yeah.
are hanging in his basement, and he's way nitpicky for nothing. Like I don't care about that because I'm not
For
making,
sitting in his living room strumming, he's
I'm
worried
not making a
about.
difference that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just feeding somebody's ego.
Ooh, I like that. I
Right?
like that.
So like
I know where you're going with this. I feel like
it didn't have any passion
I
to
like
it
that.
tasty.
because that was feeding nothing. So I
Yeah.
started cutting those people out and just
Something bigger than yourself. We're coming back to it.
kind of being shitty, but like I just wouldn't answer them.
No, I get it, dude.
No.
And like
That's a big part of life is starting to cut out whatever's toxic in that,
Sometimes
in
you
that
gotta
capacity. Whether it's people, it could be
Sometimes.
people's things.
Sometimes there comes a part in your life when you got to start saying no a lot to
Yep,
people.
I was the
that
worst at
you
that for a
start
long time.
Saying yes to, like when you beginning, like you would say yes to a lot, and like
I would say
you
yes to
just
everything to the point where I'm
have to
disappointing people
say
because I said
no,
yes
like-
to too much and couldn't do certain things. Me and
Yep.
Melinda had some like legit, like that was her one thing that she just like, you, that's your flaw.
Yeah.
You try to please too many people,
I'm-
and you
I'm
leave
still
yourself
there.
high and dry, and then you end up disappointing people when all you had to do is like, nah, I can't do it that night. I'm not available.
Right.
But I want to say yes to everybody so much. It's like,
yeah.
nah,
so
dude, you're hurting
It's a
yourself
blessing and a
others.
curse. We've
Yeah.
said no to too many opportunities
Without a doubt.
that we definitely should have said yes to, and I
think everybody does that in every aspect.
Yeah, I think that goes with everything in life. But
100%.
yeah,
But yeah,
you
so
learning to live.
I did that. I did that for a while. And right before our wedding, like 2 weeks before, I was stressed out working at this wood shop. I was working for older people who, along the same mentality, weren't interested in any kind of updating their business. So I get frustrated also being a small business owner. Like, I'm working for a place called The Woodworks. If you Google custom woodworking in Williamstown, where I live right now, I live 5 minutes from the place. They don't show up on Google.
Yeah.
What? No Facebook page. No, nothing. Like,
There's no presence.
A lot of people
Yeah.
are in the stone age with that stuff.
Yeah.
They're
and
living,
like-
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
Yeah.
it could be way better. They're not scaling the business in any capacity.
That's why most businesses these days are closing, because of the fact of they're just not adapting to new age.
But when 100% of your problems are straight up from not getting enough business, and you don't go after getting new business, then it's not something that's happening to you. It's a choice. And I saw this on Twitter the other day and thought it was amazing and saved it for this podcast. If you're not changing it, you're choosing it.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's along the lines of nothing changes if nothing changes.
Right. So I would get frustrated and like come home from work and be...
If you're not changing, you're choosing it.
If you're not
Yes.
changing it, you're choosing it.
If you're not
And-
changing it,
and-
you're
That's good.
choosing it.
And can't doesn't factor into that because like...
Write
if
that
it's-
down, that's a shirt.
If it's something you can't change, you can't
that on
change
the
it,
shirt.
but you can still make decisions around it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But... So I come home from work and be depressed and be upset and whatever, just because like I cared way too much about this job where I was literally making cabinets. I was making bars. I was making...
So you were more invested, you felt like, into the job than the people running the company and
Oh,
trying to push
100%,
forward.
100.
So I was like, I'm trying to give something more of myself to this that's
And,
bigger
like-
than me, and there's nothing reciprocating. Nothing's coming back.
Just like I am now. Like, dude, I'll work till midnight. If I have the fuel or I'm inspired, like, I'm going to keep working until I'm
Oh, you
done
sent
working.
me pictures at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
I'm in a grind.
I'm manic right now. It's
crazy.
I'm in a grind. I don't want to stop. And,
crazy.
like, they would just be like, nah,
I've seen him do it. I've seen it.
Just,
and the
just
people
put
that
the
surround
tools
me.
down.
When we have like huge orders and shit,
We've had nights where we're here till 4 in the morning, just sweating,
we're in
backs
here
hurt.
literally like shaking.
You good,
our
man?
heads
You up?
and, like,
You up? You
yo,
good?
yo,
Yeah,
you
I'm
all
good,
right?
I'm good,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I've watched Will nod out at that printer
Literally
so many
just,
times.
like your back is just crippled and like.
but because you care, not because you feel like you have to do it.
No,
it's part of.
no.
it's
If
part
you
of-
thought you had
it's
to
a-
do it, you would have left hours
it's a
ago.
part of the grind, man.
You have pride in it in a healthy way, not pride in an ego way.
I embrace the struggle. I
Yeah.
fucking love
You have
the
to.
struggle. I've slept.
You have
I've slept
to hurt.
like 30 hours this whole week.
Because that
Probably
struggle is
less.
And I
rewarding.
fucking love it.
Probably less.
Yeah, probably less.
Probably less, dude. 30 is really nice.
I did like 4.5 average for like Monday through Friday, and I got 6.5 last night.
Solid. You probably felt like a beast this morning.
Dude. My watch said like 7 hours. Actual sleep time was like 6:54 or something like that.
Fire.
Unbelievable, but like I felt amazing when I woke up, and yeah, I mean, but I love it, dude.
Right.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So like
It's like my favorite thing in the world.
that went on. I worked there for it wasn't even a year. I don't know, 6 months. It was right up until May, so October to May.
Yeah. To about 2 weeks before your wedding, you said?
Yep. And
Okay.
Diane went, quit. Just do guitars full time. I was like, you sure?
Who are you, beautiful unicorn? You beautiful unicorn.
Listen, a lot has happened into my life. Bad.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of trauma back there that I'm hiding behind these big, beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's in the closet.
This
sweetheart.
is what you want me to do? Like, this is...
I thought you said that
understand?
before, that she told you quit. Like, that's...
Quit. She said quit.
One word, quit.
Go in tomorrow and put in your 2 weeks. We'll be done with your last
Quitting
day.
a job 2 weeks before a wedding has to be the most stressful thing you
and-
could take on.
Payday's Friday because their whole pay week was centered around that whole offset day
Yeah.
too. So like my last day was Thursday Wednesday before the wedding. I took Thursday off to myself to do running around stuff for the wedding. We had to
Yeah.
go get alcohol. and,
Prepare your mind, grab last second stuff.
yeah. So did all that, picked up my paycheck Friday morning, went, took all the alcohol to the venue and everything. And then the week that would have been our honeymoon, that we took our honeymoon, in the next October, took that week off and like off and relaxed and planned out what I wanted my business to look like, updated my website, like hit it hard.
And that's what you've been doing nonstop since?
That is been the grind.
Really?
And as of January
impressive, man.
of this year, I don't take in repairs anymore. Repairs were hitting a point where like,
But that's what you were doing, like you were just doing like a solo repair and
Yeah, on the side,
and
a side
custom
hustle and
build-
supplement some
custom
extra
build.
income. Yeah.
yep.
So like you've been completely substantial on your business since
building guitars.
since your wedding.
And like
That's bad.
I didn't. I
Basically-
thought you had a day job.
no, not
He's
since,
a real deal hustler.
Damn, I hate you.
Could you imagine, dude, if we were just in here all day and made
God.
enough selling shirts to
I mean,
do nothing but that?
hey, I ain't living the greatest life yet.
No, you fine.
No. In a way, you are
In a-
though.
in a
Because
way.
you're doing what you love and
I'm-
exactly what you want.
I'm on the path I want to be on. I'm not
Yeah,
where I
baby.
want to be yet.
No, you're
Yeah.
fine though.
None of us
That's
are.
awesome.
That's repairs.
unbelievable.
You never will be where you want to be. That's the thing. We all, as
Always
humans, have
hungry,
this thing
baby.
in our mind where we think there's this finish line. There's no finish line.
No,
it never ends until
No.
you're in the ground. It never ends, and even
This
after
is-
that, we don't know.
This is just like October with the running.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
Yep.
a mental game. This is not.
It's like when
He
you.
gets
It's like
it. I
when you.
love
It's
him.
like when you buy a house. It's like, oh, it's perfect, and then you buy,
Yeah.
you're like,
Not mine.
The first week,
as soon as he bought his house, I was like,
have fun for the rest of your life.
you're never going.
And
to
2 days
finish.
in, I was like, Will was so.
No, he's like, I got this. I'm gonna do this and this. And I was like, no. You're never gonna finish.
You're gonna
Shit.
do that forever.
Yeah, you're gonna find something every single week after you finish the next thing.
Yep.
2 days before we broke or moved into our house, someone broke in.
Yeah, that's right.
Before,
Right before.
And
none of our stuff was there yet. So, well, like some of our stuff was in the
Yeah,
basement.
didn't they take like a samurai sword or something?
copper
No,
thieves.
they took. So they definitely were looking for pills. They like ripped up in the medicine cabinet in the closet
Pills?
and stuff.
Crackheads.
I guess, but like they got like my brother's old PS2 and like
they
Definite
moved-
crackheads. If you steal a
before
PS2,
before you moved into the
Yeah.
new house.
Yes.
they broke into your old house.
No.
no, they
new
broke into
house.
their new home.
Before
the home
we
they were
moved
about to move
everything in.
into.
But you already had stuff in there.
some stuff in the basement.
Like they were in the
didn't
process
get
of
that
moving in,
far.
and somebody busted in already.
Oh, I got
So
you.
like
Because they
I-
probably spotted them, saw them like, oh, they're bringing gear in there. Like this is a new tenant. It was somebody local, had to be.
for sure,
Yeah,
for
I
sure,
mean,
because
why
they're
not?
no like
But now there's a couple of pit bulls there that will handle a situation real quick if anything arises.
It's your neighbor.
huh?
Is it your neighbor?
I don't think so, dude. My only neighbor. I have a daycare on one side and a
He's got
crazy
some
old lady
nice
on the other
space. We're-
side.
Yeah.
When he
no.
gets the official shop
You
put
don't
up,
have-
we're gonna have some good parties
You
there.
don't have
Some-
many.
some good events.
There's not. It's not like
No.
a very
And
condensed area.
I'm on a
No,
pretty
no.
busy road too, so like you'd really have to pick your moment. You know,
They knew
But
exactly
you
what they
could
were
also
Yeah.
probably pull into that and just sit in the back and come through the
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
and
there's ways.
No one would ever. Yeah.
there's
it's
way.
like-
Well,
For sure.
not anymore, but
not anymore.
For sure,
There
yeah, you were there that
when
day.
it was vacant. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
when it was vacant.
Yeah. So I've you know we got married. We were in a condo, and I was building guitars in the condo living room.
Dude,
the living
It
room.
was so
Love it.
funny. I went there a couple times to pick up my repairs.
Dude, smaller
was-
than the space you see on
Yeah.
camera right now was me
And
on
you know
the
how you
floor
were-
with a router making wood dust.
And you know how you were like really impressed when you came in? Like, dude, I didn't expect to have like all the wood shelves of necks. Like how you were impressed by that.
And
he had
we
that
didn't
in a
even-
1-bedroom apartment. You walk in the living room, it's just like
But he didn't,
guitar.
even, he didn't even show us where he does like the actual cutting and everything.
And he had that in this place too.
because he
Insanity.
said it was too dirty.
Insanity. If you want to do it, you'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter where you are, what position you're at. If you want it, you'll do it.
Listen, again,
My bad.
my wife is a saint.
Point right here.
Yeah, we're doing it.
If you want
right
it, you'll
now.
do it.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're doing it right now.
Yep. Surround yourself with like-minded people and get after it, and you will
it's a
get there
joke.
eventually, and it will be hard, and you will have rough nights where you don't get sleep, and you will hate yourself sometimes, but
So
you
many.
will get there if you want to.
And
Gotta-
you will win.
Got to keep grinding, man.
You will win
Yeah,
in the end.
That's
but-
what it's all about.
I just cut out repairs, and now I'm launching obviously my line of guitars instead of just doing these custom one-offs and stuff. So the models are on my website now, and I have stock prices up. I have stock specs up, and I'm making this thing big. So we're doing a run of 6
Let's go.
coming up quick.
Let me get on the mic first.
Yeah.
Sorry. So like, what's the idea and what's like the game plan for like what you're gonna be laying out? Like, are you gonna do like a set amount of guitars a year that you're gonna have on the website, like custom made ones that you do, like the like Jake's?
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Or do you want to get into more massive?
Or-
Like you want to get a machine? Like what's that called? A CNC machine?
Yeah.
And do you want to get one of them and get into more massive production?
I don't want to be the next Fender or Gibson. I don't have these
You
delusional
wanna be
dreams
more
of
custom.
like being the biggest guitar builder ever. Fuck
Well,
that.
that's not delusional, but
It is though, because
you could be though.
you have to.
It's like
figure-
trying to be a new cable company.
the work, but
Not even that. It's
the work that you do, it's like why
does
wouldn't you
stand
think
out.
that?
It's
Yeah.
it's not that I couldn't. It's none of it is ability. It's I don't want to hit a point with this where I'm not doing it anymore. Where I'm up in a room and managing
Oh,
people
okay.
and like just designing things.
That's my problem.
So I
he doesn't want to give anybody else the reins either.
I just like
Well,
yeah.
it's a passion. Like
when you figure out how to do something perfect,
yeah.
you
Why let anybody else mess that up?
no, you just like feel like anything else that somebody does is just not good enough.
Right.
Because it's not from your
But
hands.
and you also don't want to show how someone else how to do it and feel like a dick when you're constantly nitpicking them and
trying to train them to be exactly like,
because they're not going to be you.
which
they're
is
never going to be you.
be the same.
right.
Yeah.
Like if
That's why we have our method in here, and it works beautifully. I don't get in his way with certain stuff because he's meticulous about it, and I love that in him.
He'll fold a t-shirt and be like, "Get out of my way."
Right.
It's
I'll
like
be
this. And he's
then
like,
you fold it. I'll take care of these things. That's cool. You hit that heat. You fold. I'll take care of the rest.
Yeah.
But we have our way of things, and I know, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Right.
Because I know I'm getting the most out of him.
and I want
whatever he needs from me, he's going to get.
I want like it to be. I'm like, I'm not, sometimes you're a control freak,
Yeah.
But
that's why
you have to get to the point.
But that's why we have the product we have. And that's why if it takes us 3 or 4 years instead of 1.5, expedite and pushing everything out, I'd rather do it this way.
everything wasn't great in the beginning. Obviously, we were growing, we're learning.
Our first gen or two was meh.
Terrible.
Our stuff is fire now.
Garbage.
It's fire. And we're going in these poly blends. It's going to be even better.
What you're getting today is 10 times better than what you got.
100%. And that was our promise from the get-go.
the
If you
first,
got one of
sure.
those cards.
It's
We're
on the
always
card.
going to strive to get better.
It's always going to get better.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
and eventually,
So I respect that. I like that.
Eventually, it might hit a point.
Yeah, and
where,
eventually we'd love to hire somebody and do our
100%.
work.
and that's why. So
I'd love to just be
And-
taking
and
meetings. and
Wouldn't
trying to
you?
sell.
Wouldn't you love to just be taking the meetings,
Well-
meeting the people, shaking the hands while the shop is running?
No.
At home.
no, I want to. I
He's
would.
too much of an artist. Dude.
I would at most like to do some of that.
If you knew that it was,
I would much rather
if you
hire
knew that
Jake and send him out to go meet.
if
new
you knew
artists.
that it was up to your standards, though.
No,
Even
I
if
enjoy it.
I believe him, dude.
Again,
I
going
love
right back to
Because what he does
he's
is so
sitting
different.
here-
Like we make T-shirts. He takes a flat piece of wood and turns it into something that sounds like what I just played.
and most
that
times
is so true.
and
Like
most
that's
times-
completely different than printing
You're-
on someone else's material.
you're
Now, if we were
building-
sewing and stitching every garment, like,
Well, we have a
fit.
process to all the little meticulous things that
Yeah.
we do to make it our own.
but I mean, he's
And
taking
so
that
does he,
T-shirt
but
from the
it's a
cotton.
whole different level.
And most times
He
I'm
goes
not-
from cotton.
I'm not dealing
it's a
with
whole
someone who
different
knows
level.
the specs. They don't know what they want. They
he
know
goes
kind
from the
of
seed. Fuck
Yes,
cotton.
yes, yes. You're
Yep.
so right.
Yeah.
Fuck cotton.
It's
like-
way further than that.
I enjoy it way too much. And so at most I would like to have, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 people working under me that like I can easily supervise, but it's a tight knit group.
In certain aspects of it,
Right. Nobody's doing the whole thing.
you cut shapes, you finish, you gloss,
You work
install
the-
hardware.
And that's a very doable goal for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
To
I
where
can,
you're efficient in running a proper business.
I can do some things I want, and then I can do QC, and I can
and you can be the meticulous
I can
finishing
still,
product.
Yeah, I can still be the
tight-knit.
face of it and do my
Yeah.
shop talk Tuesdays
Exactly.
and deal with artists and stuff. Like, I would like to get to a point where some of the more grindy stuff is taken care of.
Yeah.
That like
This-
you can't mess up.
like
you know
the
what I mean?
sanding for 7-8 hours that you're doing on the side of the guitar.
Yeah.
Or do you want
Yeah.
that? Or would
Well,
you rather have somebody there who can do that technique
he
and knock
hates
that
that
out
part.
for you?
I don't hate the whole thing. I hate how long it takes. I hate how long of that I'm not doing something else. So
Okay.
like
So it's not that actual process. It's the fact that it's taking you away from doing the other intricate or
yes.
more developed
It's
things
that-
you'd like to do.
It's that I can't be Dr. Manhattan and have 7 of me working around on all
Yeah.
of it at the same
How
time.
sick would that
right?
be?
I'd be
Then you'd be bigger than Fender.
You'd never see me
You'd be
ever
to the moon.
ever. I just have more and
Who's
more
Dr.
clones of me.
Manhattan?
Come on, the Watchmen. All right, we won't get into comic books, but
You'll lose me.
Real quick.
not very
I've
far.
seen that one though. That's cool.
I've read like 6.
It's the blue
6
guy whose
comic
dick's
books
out.
total.
I don't know what that
It's the
is.
blue guy with his dick out all the time.
It's like a 3-hour movie.
The Watchmen?
Yeah,
It was it was really good.
I've
Actually,
heard of
there's-
it. It's 3 hours.
yeah, but there's a Netflix, maybe Amazon.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Someone
yeah.
has a series on it now too.
Yeah, I saw that before.
Hulu maybe. One of them. But so that's max size I would like to be.
I like that though.
But
and that's
what-
sustainable. You can have a life and a career and a great time with Diane. Do all the things you want to do
Yeah.
and enjoy your lives, making good money too. Probably if you
But
get to that point.
that's my mirage. Somewhere in the distance,
It's not far off, dude.
finish line
It's not far off.
thing.
There's no
For-
finish line. We talked about this.
Right. So for this year,
That's where you'll be content for like 2 minutes and be like, all right,
Right.
next goal.
so
now
for,
what's next? Yeah.
for this year, I want to do this run of 6, and guaranteed they're all going to be sold immediately. And this isn't being cocky. This is I've had people already say
They want them, yeah.
I want them. If you build them, I'll sell them. Like they're going to go quick. So when I put up anything about it,
Can you please make more like the purple one? I fucking love
How sick is that guitar, dude?
just got to let me get there,
that.
bro.
Is my favorite one ever.
So once these first
Wish
6
Buddy,
Wish
come
I
on,
would have
buddy.
never sold that. I love that guitar.
when the first 6 are gone, I'm gonna build 12 more.
Yeah. I love it.
And those 12
They're
will
gonna be
be
everywhere.
6 more stock and 6 custom like that purple one.
Okay, cool.
So there will be more.
Okay, so that's how
these
you're looking at it,
cool-
kind of
yeah.
like putting out a
Okay.
bunch that are the standard Moon guitar for people.
Because-
but then at the same time, for your better, more proficient players or people who want something specific, you
Right.
build them custom. That's
right.
cool.
And that's really how it would probably work out long term. Is more of the stock stuff I could trust people to build because I already have laid out a plan of this is how it is, this is how you do it, this is how deep this pocket needs to be, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and you have some people interested in investing in you as well, so that's good.
Right. And then when it comes to the custom stuff, that's it. That's by me. Kyle Wolfe made
All
that.
you, all hands
I,
on.
I like
Nobody
that.
else touched
I like
that.
that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because then the price difference in
Respect.
that too makes sense, right?
But you're gonna keep the other stuff, like it's gonna be like a staple that can be read on a
Yeah.
on a
there'll
cut
be
on a cut sheet.
yeah, there'll be a
This is how
standard
exactly
Moon
how it's
guitar.
made.
There might be a couple options you could change. You could pick finishes. You could pick a different
How,
pickup
so
option.
how many right now do you have that you want to like go out the gate with? That you want to? You have the Moonburn. Is going to
the
be
models?
Like,
So
yeah, it's going
oh
to
my
be a
God,
staple.
you're gonna see if I can remember them. I have.
Oh, it's a lot.
Yeah, we're testing them now.
I got what 5 or
Oh,
6.
he's got a good amount, dude.
I might have 7 now. I added them.
Have you given them all
variants.
names?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the Moonburn, which is that new epoxy
Yeah.
hexagon one I just did is a prototype for that.
So
but that
sick.
shape, I'm doing another one.
But
of.
is it that shape
It's the
or
shape.
is it gonna? It's not gonna be that,
That
style. 'cause
style-
That style is completely custom. Something
Never seen
you'll
anything-
never
never
see
seen
again.
anything like
Yeah.
that.
Right. And
Unbelievable.
so
We'll put a picture of that in here because it's unreal.
a major brand at NAMM this year did rip me off hard.
You know they ripped you too, specifically?
They did literally the exact same thing, but slightly different.
But I mean, like,
Same
you know
color,
they
same
saw yours.
Well, because I posted about it back in June when I started
I've
making
told
it.
Will a couple times, like, Kyle's one of the only people I've ever met in my life that has the potential that if he wants to, could go viral, specifically whenever he wants.
Yeah.
Because what he builds is so unlike anything that anyone else in the guitar world or luthier world is putting out, that one person of notoriety sees it, or one
Yeah.
regular dude who's a good player sees it and shares it to his community, and it goes absolutely nuts. It's
And-
everywhere. You were in, like, all types of huge guitar world, websites, and
Guitar
people
World,
dropping
Ultimate
stories
Guitar,
on you, like
yeah.
Ultimate Guitar. That's got to have almost 1 billion users on it,
100%.
looking at tabs and playing stuff right in tabs.
It was right on their front
His
page.
guitar's on the front page. It's like
That's awesome.
the dude's potential is endless.
And that's been part of my struggle so far is going from nothing. You know, I can build one, and then when I get paid, when that one sells, I can make the next one. So that hexagon one,
The capital's the only thing slowing you up.
that hexagon one took 7 months to finish.
Full, yeah.
Just process and having money to do it on the side, with repairs.
On top of
and
building
everything
me a
else.
$6,000 guitar
But
Yeah,
with
well,
for nothing,
but with
for a wedding,
not for nothing.
for a wedding. Like, I would have done that for you for free.
but with an open budget and
Right.
just your time going into it, you could be killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all
He will.
have
He
no
will.
idea how much is swimming in this brain right now.
Yeah.
Right
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
But
I live that life every day.
so no, they definitely they did the same color. They did the hexagons, like the whole thing, but they did
Yeah.
theirs solid color, and it was only a top, where mine is completely see through the whole thing.
Oh, that's weak as hell.
That's
Yeah.
not even close. to
That's
the same.
weak.
They
dude.
only got one over on me because they had the resources to nail it real quick.
Yeah.
But that's my bad for
But
ever
that's
leaking
weak.
a
It
picture
wasn't
of
fully
it.
see through. Like, the back was solid, and you just did that on top to make it look dimensional.
Yeah, they can
You can tell them.
Yes.
You can tell
they
them.
can kiss me. Hey, I'm not gonna call out the brand.
No, there's no need.
because I'm not giving them the free advertising.
There's,
Screw those
there's a
guys.
lot of yeah.
But if you know
millions
who
of
I'm
people
talking
watch this,
about,
so
Yeah.
They can bite
He doesn't want to
my
get
ass.
canceled either.
right?
I
Right?
thought we were already canceled.
No, but
Cancel culture.
so I'm gonna do the stock runs that are my models that are handmade. Right, everything's handmade. I don't have a CNC machine. I'm making it with a router and
That's what blew,
power tools. But
blew me away about holding
by
that in my
hand.
hands
But
too.
yeah.
I carved the neck. I did
Like,
everything. I
what?
scraped the sides.
How? Like, that's real craftsmanship and work. Like, people, you don't see that in anything. You don't see that in cars nowadays. You don't see it in clothes. You don't see it in anything people do besides,
And
in
I'll-
my opinion, New Future and Moon.
I'll try and speed it up and get to that specifically. But like, so I'm gonna have these stock models that are handmade, and the prices are on my website, right? I'm gonna do the more custom ones that'll be a little more expensive, but there's more going into them, right?
Yeah.
What I want to get done by the end of this year is I'm talking to the factory in Korea that makes PRS SE. They make ESP LTD guitars. They make, I don't even know how many brands. They make everybody's guitars that are made in Korea. They make them. I'm talking to them about making my models similar to the handmade one, same specs. But,
but more just
they make it. It comes in.
So you'll have
it's
stuff
done.
that's handmade in America, and you'll also have stuff shipped in that's international made.
You pick the wood, you pick the product,
everything, and
you
I'm
pick
still
the specs and the cuts, and it comes in finished, and then you do the final.
I'll quality check it. I'll set it up. If I need to swap pickups or bridges or whatever, I'll do that. But that will let me get you guitars at $1,000 less.
Yeah.
That way I have more accessible stuff. And like, I'm not going to be a music store. I'm not going to have 100 of these in a warehouse somewhere. But like,
but you'll have.
I'll be more accessible.
You're going to attract the right people.
Right now you
with
have
that.
one thing in stock
Right.
to actual sell.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah.
By the end of this year, yeah, dude, we can throw coupon codes at whatever you want, and I will have stock. You can have stuff in here in the corner, whatever you want with
Dude,
NFA
we're pulling
stickers
for
on
you.
it.
Anything, any way we can be of help.
We'll hang one right.
With
right,
vlogs,
right on the
videos.
set. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every episode will be sponsored by Moon Guitar.
I'm all about it.
I got ideas for one. We'll do one cool.
Nice.
Love it.
But yeah. So this guitar again, I don't do acoustics. I have a sort of acoustic model.
I think you do acoustics now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
I don't.
definitely do acoustics.
I don't.
You do
Because-
acoustics.
Well, I
because-
saw you
Did you
an
hear that thing?
acoustic, and you did it.
I can, but I don't. That took a year.
But if,
99% of people
but now
buying
that
a
you
guitar
know, but now
don't
that
want to
you-
wait a year.
Yeah, but now that you know, and you've gone through it,
It'd still take me a year.
you think,
All right, it would take me 9 months. You're right.
how long did it take you to get this guy to,
I didn't give him a say.
Yeah, but he did the signature.
That was one
he
night.
Did the writing.
Yeah, we did that at the bar one night. He came with a thing of
And
tape.
you just randomly
What was that?
showed up.
That was Melinda's birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, Melinda's birthday. We hung out.
Yep.
And he brought a
I
roll of
brought-
tape and had me sign off over. He's like, I don't like that one. Too fat. Ooh,
Oh, you just did it on tape?
On tape, and then I left the bar that night and went home
and did it.
at midnight
Damn.
and sat down and inlaid that shit.
Diane was like, you were having some
I
whiskey
thought
with
you
Jake.
actually
You should
brought the
probably
piece
chill.
of. I thought you brought the piece of wood in and had him sign it, and,
No.
and went from there.
No, he did that.
Cheats.
He
I have
carved
video.
that-
It's in the
hand
file. I'll
carved that
send you.
out.
Is that exactly how you signed?
That's my signature.
That's
it's
insane.
perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Once again, guys, I am officially a Moon Guitar artist. So if you like what you see, you like my stuff, go check out Moon Guitars. You want to be like the Jake? Here's your chance. Let's
You're
go.
a killer.
But-
And
so-
you make acoustics.
So I have a sort of acoustic model that I'm releasing that's I'm kind of planning as like an open mic guitar. It'll
Nice.
be smaller. It'll be easier to transport. You won't have to worry
Little
about
more-
leaving it in your car.
a
Because
little
of
more
humidity
durable, a little
and-
beat-upable.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Way.
Well, you made that thing damn near indestructible for me as well because
But it's
you've
still-
watched me play for years and know how.
Would you leave
what I
that in
do.
your car?
Never,
Right.
never. That's
I better
gonna be,
not ever see it.
bro. That's gonna be. I think it's gonna be in my bedroom next to me every night
That's
Yeah,
fine.
because I don't want to leave it in the basement.
Sorry,
I don't
Melinda.
Are you going to bring that out to play?
No,
Yeah.
like I might.
Fancy gigs.
I might
Fancy
bring it
gig. You
tomorrow
have to.
night. I might bring it tomorrow night to show some people. But now that I know you're going to Allen Stone tomorrow night, right?
That's
It's
right.
not. It's not going there.
Country clubs, maybe?
It's not going there. Oh no, my gigs like that for sure because
Yeah.
I want his business cards because I want to.
So-
Because people are going to look at that and go, even if you don't play a musical instrument,
You just
you're going to
recognize.
look at that and go,
Recognize.
what is
Yeah.
in that guy's hands?
And that's why
it's a painting. That's a Picasso. Like you don't get that. I almost fainted earlier. Felt like it was a high school wrestling match all over again.
It was
Like,
it was way too much for you.
dude, I couldn't deal with it. Like between
Not only that,
between
yeah.
a brand new studio space and then a guitar that like I've been getting pictures of for 11 months straight, and then for the last month, sorry, Jake.
Yeah.
Sorry,
the
Jake.
headstock.
Nothing. You can see this beautiful
Here's-
glossy headstock with your signature on a guitar I've built custom for you after listening to you sing for years and knowing exactly how you do your thing. Like that
Here's-
guitar is me in wood.
Here's a real zoomed in picture of the grain. No, that's why I don't want my logo on the front of it. I hit my logo. It's sneaky stealth.
love
I wanted
It's
yours
burned
right
into
under
ebony
it.
on the back
No, I
because
love that.
I know people are going to ask about it, and that's fine. That's kind of cocky though. I know that if you're playing it out, you're going to tell people what it is.
Every time.
I don't have to fucking worry about
Every
that.
time I'm gonna be giving business cards away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a ton, please.
I didn't put them in the case. I have them in the truck. Don't
No
let
worries.
me forget.
No worries. I won't, dude. I won't.
I love the little just subtle
It's just
stamp on the
it's just
back,
a
yeah.
signature and his like a brand, like a cattle brand. It's so badass.
But
It's
yeah,
unbelievable.
so we already upgraded one of your guitars with locking tuners because you've had instances where you've broken strings on gigs, and
This guy's drove out to me on gigs before 30, 40 minutes away.
I knew it
I need
was
a backup
coming.
guitar. I need strength. Because people need to know the type of person you are. Like, that's who you want to buy a musical instrument from. From someone who genuinely cares. Like, most people give you the guitar. If you get it back quick, cool. And when you get it back, it's out of shop, out of their mind. They're not worried about you anymore. Like,
Yep.
I've had a
guy.
couple,
On
and
to
this
the
is
next
before
one.
we were even like tight. Like now we're boys. Like if I hit you up for something, I expect it. Like
Yeah, but you know, it's because you know from experience. It's not. I expect this out of my friend.
and it's not some facade. Like it's really you. It's who you genuinely
you're not,
are.
You're not the only person I would do that for.
That's what I'm saying.
100% I
That's
would
what I'm
do
saying
for
it to
you,
them.
but
Like
yeah,
if
like,
someone's like, "Yo, I'm in a bind," like hey, you
got
hit
you.
me up one day at a show. I forgot a capo. And one of these guys who I do an open mic for, Matty Sheernoff, who owns Harper's, we do an open mic there every Sunday night. He's like, I'm 10 minutes away. I was like, awesome. Well, Kyle saw it, and Kyle's probably 50 minutes to an hour from there. He's like, do you need it? I'll drive out just for the capo. I'm like,
already on
dude,
my way.
no, like, stop. You're way too far away.
That's how it happened when he
But
broke strings. I was.
He's like, I'm in the car. I just saw your text. I'm already in the car.
I think I was
He's
40
like, "See you,
minutes
Diane."
away, and I got there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything illegal. I swear.
No.
But got
That's like
there.
that's the type of dude this guy is. Like
Yeah,
you
and
want someone
sat-
who puts their whole heart into every aspect and not just making it, putting the strings on it, like that follows through forever.
Yeah, I sat on the floor at your gig changing your strings to make
Yeah.
sure you had your guitar.
Brought me a backup guitar, put it in my hand so I didn't have to pause the show.
Savage.
While he changed the other one, then changed it out. It was like being it's just hysterical having like a guitar tech at a gig like that.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like it looks ridiculous. People are like, "Who the hell's this guy?" That
While
somebody
we're
just
on
drove up
recording,
for him.
Thank you, Lemon,
Oh,
for
Lemon's
that nice
great.
little shout out the other night, calling me your guitar tech for Kid Felix. That
Yeah,
was
you are now. You're in. He said it. It's official.
I cried a little bit.
Was
I'm
that
not
a
gonna lie.
moment?
Yeah,
Shout out.
I cried a little bit.
You put your head down. It was dark in there. You could get away with the crowd.
I was in the corner.
Shout out
just
to
like,
Lemon.
Yeah, Little Lemon showcase on Thursday night was awesome.
That was wonderful.
Awesome.
But so
Get well soon.
we've
Hell yeah. Oh, he's feeling much
yeah.
better, dude. He's doing great. He
He was-
sang. He opened the show up.
he sounded
Oh.
phenomenal.
Was he struggling?
No,
No.
he's starting to sound good, dude. The voice is coming back.
What the hell was the thing? What happened?
No, he had a. Oh, hope you don't mind us talking about this. He had like a basic dental
bud.
procedure go.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Whatever they
And he
did,
had-
I
and he
don't know if the
had a,
tools were dirty
yeah.
or something, but they
Got infected.
something was off, and he got an
Yeah, a little
infection that
infected.
ran down
No.
into his neck.
Well, that's not dirty tools. That could be from anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying in general, like he was good.
You
Like,
just lick your finger. And,
That's true.
Yeah, it
and
could have been
get
anything.
an
It's a dangerous
infection.
world.
Get
It's
an
a dangerous
infection real
world.
quick.
He was
Coronavirus.
the 1% that something went wrong.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
Yeah.
Lawsuit.
For sure, lawsuit.
You break strings. It happens.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it. I genuinely still don't know if it was your saddle or your tuners or not. I don't know what was breaking your strings. So we upgraded one of your guitars with locking tuners. So that's got locking tuners.
Yeah. No,
Just-
are you talking about the Martin?
No, your Fender.
Okay,
We put locking tuners on it,
that's right. You did on
So
the
you
back
can-
of that. You changed it out.
so you can change your strings quick if you are
Yeah.
in a bind and I can't get there or whatever.
Yeah.
You're not down for a show until something happens,
No,
right?
that's absolutely true.
Because changing your string sucks. So that's got locking tuners. It's synthetic nut and saddle because you're supposed to use a synthetic saddle with a pickup, and Fishman specifically says don't use bone.
Yeah.
Normally I'd say use bone because it sounds the best, but I had a bone nut on this, and I genuinely almost broke the whole damn thing on the ground
Really?
because I broke 4 packs of strings trying to get it right because
That's
the piece
crazy.
of bone I had for the nut was just not good.
No.
It was grabbing the strings when I was adjusting the saddle or the nut slots
Yeah, we're geeking out a little bit here, guys. Get into this.
a little bit, but this is stuff
Stuff
you
you
need to
wanna
know
know,
about
yeah.
stuff you have working on your stuff or people you have working on your stuff. It was I guess too sticky a piece of bone or not aged right, not dried right, whatever, and it was causing too much tension and breaking strings. So I broke 4 packs of strings
crazy.
trying to get it right, and like I was livid.
Yeah, because you have this beautiful piece of work done here, and
Like-
you're tripping at the finish line.
Like straight up just like stop working. Like I'm done. I can't do anything else. I'm literally going to harm this guitar and it's not going to happen anymore after a year of work. Like remember I said you have bad days trying to get there?
That was one of them, huh?
It was dark. It got real dark for a minute. And again,
It's always darkest before the sun rises, brother.
thank God for my wife because otherwise
To the saviors.
I don't know that this little podcast right now would be happening, but
None of us would be here.
we
without
got
the women
through
we
it,
have.
swapped it out, put a synthetic one on it, no problems.
That's awesome.
Without adjusting anything.
It feels amazing already. I've only played a couple chords and a little ditty dad, but I'm so excited.
You got to give us a little piece
I'm
afterwards.
good,
100%.
definitely going to play a song or two.
So when I did the insides, and I told you a little bit about this before,
Yeah.
I positioned the braces along the way that Martin used to do it back in the 50s. And it's called,
It definitely reminds me of the feel and sound of my Martin a little
wait
bit.
till you hear it on a
but
recording.
but it's like on roids.
It sounds like the most expensive Martin you could think of.
Yeah, I can tell.
Like-
Just off that one athletic E.
Yeah. Like it's
Very athletic
the,
chord.
the bracing
Yeah.
style is called the
This motherfucker over here.
Athletic ease.
it's called the banjo killer because back in the 50s
I'll show
you'd be
you an
playing in a
athletic
band with a banjo that's loud as hell.
Yeah.
So you'd need an acoustic guitar that there weren't
That could-
pickups yet.
Yeah.
That could cut through the mix. So I made this guitar to cut through the mix of your freaking voice. That's so you have power behind it that you don't always use when you're doing acoustic.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
The only thing I've ever heard anybody have to say negative about your singing is the difference in your singing when you're doing acoustic stuff versus when you're doing Kid Felix and the energy you put out with Kid
They don't
Felix.
expect what I do acoustic.
Right. And I'm sure some of that is a stylistic choice and try not to like.
They think I'm just hollering Cornell style stuff all the time, and it's not. I like more R&B or
You have a range.
laid back, like sensitive, beautiful type, like pretty singing.
So what I wanted with this was, I mean, obviously something nice and unique, but I wanted something that had the dynamics of your full range.
Yep.
Because if you hit your Martin too hard, you don't get anything more out of it.
Yep.
There's a point.
I can push and keep pushing and pushing and pushing, but that guitar is capped.
Yeah, you need somebody at the soundboard pushing that guitar up a little bit to balance out, or it's just the
and if
Jake
it ain't
show.
you back there,
Yeah. Well, I listen. I'm not a sound.
No, but I'm saying when I do that on something, like you will,
I know.
you find
I know
those
to wait
moments,
for
like
it.
you know where I'm
Yeah.
running. Yeah,
But that you will not have that problem with this. If you hit that hard,
that's
I told
gonna push me, isn't it?
When the first time I picked it up, again, this is before the nut was done. This is before anything was right. Like I was holding chords and it was out of tune because of how far I had to push down. Like I played Runaway, which is your original, but it's simple. It's E and A, and like I went for the part I know you go for, and I couldn't keep up. And I try so hard
With
to
the
sing
guitar?
like you. Yeah. No. If you try and sing that with this, it's going to change your singing. And it's what I was saying a little bit earlier. I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, but Joey in the studio was doing one of the song that you guys do together.
Yeah.
And like
The Swirl 360 song?
Yes.
Nice, I love that song. That
He
part
had
sounds
to
so good
sing
on
it different to sing it with this versus his guitar. And it made his guitar literally sound like trash.
That's
Sorry,
awesome.
Tacoma, but it is what it is. I think it's a Tacoma.
that.
That might be it.
Takamine.
Sorry, Takamine.
I think that's how
Tacoma,
you
you're
say
fine.
Yep.
Made it sound bad, but like he was still singing it that way the other night at this gig because of your guitar.
That's funny.
So it's going to change the way you sing in a good way.
See, I thought he sounded a little different than how we usually do it.
He was pushing more.
He tried to
was
sing-
singing more with his diaphragm
That's so
instead of through
funny.
his nose. And I
Because
called
we've
him
done
on
that
it.
song a ton, and like he's always right under me, right there, and he seemed like he was like going for it more. I'm like, I usually go for it in this one, and like he
even
sits
when-
back and sounds real pretty on it.
When you guys did Unglued, he was like 3 feet from the microphone screaming.
So it affected him as well. That's funny, man.
Sounded
He came
good.
over afterwards. He ran over.
Did you hear the unglued version we did?
I liked it. Yeah.
When
It's
you
good.
weren't around,
I
he
loved his
ran
harmonies.
over.
Dude, he crushed those high end
His little
harmonies.
light high end harmonies.
Like
Ooh.
it's way up there.
Just in the beginning too, like just like the real light.
So
like,
nice.
Yeah.
I
That was
could
legit.
I could not get a video of that.
That was a good one.
But
Yo.
yeah, I'm
Shut your phone
I
up.
didn't know it was
How
me.
dare you?
God damn it.
You're a professional.
The
Guys,
first
this
thing you-
episode 1. I'm sorry.
Episode 1. But yeah, so
It's the Wardens of the West.
I'm very excited to see how it finally after a year of making it, after 2-3 years of designing it in my head,
It's crazy.
how it coincides with your actual voice versus
I told you
What in my head I
think I'm
thought
gonna
it was
write
gonna
10
do.
songs. I feel like it's just gonna pull shit out of me.
I'm ready for the Jake Falana solo album.
It's coming, baby.
Y'all ready?
Jacob Edward.
Get
Y'all
that
ready
pre-order.
for this?
I stand by what I said on Facebook. If you go buy Unglued on iTunes right now, I will give you that $1 back if you don't like it.
That's so awesome.
Dollars for days.
And if any of you guys want to buy clothes, he's gonna take care of 50% of all the orders this week as well.
I'll come fill the orders. But
does it really matter? We're here together in this moment.
Yeah,
This has
sorry.
been an awesome first episode with you
Yeah,
guys.
we cut out.
Thank you.
Terribly sorry. But
We're getting used to a new studio. We have multiple cameras nowadays.
We're back.
Ton of different things going on.
And
Producers working. Like
Weird
there's
things are
tons of
happening.
stuff
To-
behind the scenes.
To both of your credit, this is a lot of changes all at once.
In one weekend,
Wait.
and I didn't even know Will did all this on the sly.
Right.
It's almost too many changes.
This is a lot to try and take on at once, all by yourself. All by yourself. There's nobody behind those cameras. Neither one of you.
I just told him no.
Nobody
new
back there.
space, new cameras, new microphones.
We're doing it all ourselves.
A third microphone, like
Yeah, that adds
Another human being,
that adds a lot. That adds a lot. Yeah,
a good one
Yeah.
though. We like him.
it's
Thanks.
it's gonna.
Well, I
be,
don't think we could have had a better first guest.
it's gonna be fun to edit.
thanks, boys.
I'm looking forward.
I'll
to
be
it.
back.
We gotta get you- we gotta
I
get you a
promise
guy.
I'll be back. Sorry
definitely
if
be
that's
back.
not to your pleasure. I will be
Nah.
back.
No, they want to see those beautiful views.
Nah,
Those
There's what there?
beautiful booze.
beautiful blues.
Beautiful blues.
That's what happens after a half a
So
bag.
we have been drinking a little bit of JMO tonight.
a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
We'll be responsible. We all have wives. They'll drive.
What's everybody got coming up? Anything spectacular going on?
I would just like to give a big old shout out to the boy, Sean Brady.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't even realize you were. I just now realized you were wearing the t-shirt.
Way to do it, Sean.
The boy Sean Brady
awesome
went down to Norfolk, Virginia, and laid it down
the whole
for
card off.
USA and fucking
UFC, baby.
killed it, dude.
12-0 his career, 2-0 in the UFC against two legit veteran great fighters.
I had him plus 1,000 for the submission, and he was he guillotined at the end
with like 8 seconds left.
And I swear that dude tapped, and then he transitioned to his back and brought him in, and like changed the position. But like if he had kept him,
I bought ESPN Plus again today just to make sure I could watch it.
I swear to God, he was tapping right there.
Does he play guitar?
He does not.
Sean Brady, no.
Sean Brady, if you want to get into guitar,
face.
you hit me up, bud.
He will break.
People in the face.
He'll break a guitar.
So excited for him, for real, Sean. From everybody, the New Future family, you've been with us since day one.
Absolutely killed it, dude.
God bless you, man. Keep killing it.
He
Philly strong, baby.
Used that jiu-jitsu and that wrestling against that high-level striker and just took him down, man.
I think he would have.
Amazing.
I think I was reading a couple interviews he did this week, and he was saying that's not that he feels pressure. He's kind of excited to be the first fight in an organization, but he's never, in his entire fighting career,
been
the first fight ever. So I think
so crazy.
Like people were like, "Oh, what's his face looked great in that first round." I think he just had a little bit of butterflies.
How about John? In the corner?
Look, I got a couple good pictures of him. We'll place them up. But I think he just had a little bit of butterflies, like starting the whole night off. Because the second he found his range, like about halfway into that first round, it was over. It was domination. From the second he felt comfortable in that cage.
In the first, he would look like a little bit like hesitant.
Yeah, his feints were a little different, a little quicker than he usually is.
And then the second round, he just came and he
was like, "No, I'm supposed to be here. Let's go."
He loves that.
This is mine.
He loves that. He loves that rush combination running in.
This thing was giving him some great comments on that. Yeah. Some great compliments, man.
And his jiu-jitsu.
Future champ. He's going to be a champ, whether you like it or not.
His jiu-jitsu and wrestling was just next level.
He put it on him.
Yeah, that dude could not compete.
Look at the numbers. That is a joke.
The leg kicks. Did you see the bruising and how red that dude's leg was?
But then he was in side control and he's just throwing knees on top of him again.
Just breaking that leg the entire time.
So proud of him, dude.
Yeah, he looked
so
amazing.
proud of that dude.
Unbelievable, dude.
I just appreciate the fact that he wears our clothing every once in a while.
Yeah,
like it means the world to me.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while, I love
Why
it.
not? We'll keep sending them shit.
Of course, dude. He's one of our favorite fighters now.
We love Sean Brady. We'll always support him.
Go out there and support Sean Brady as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Please.
Sean Brady,
Take
MMA.
care of yours.
Yeah. Anyway.
Awesome, though.
But
we're going to watch the rest of the fight after
we got some more fights to watch.
The
fights are going on for the rest of the night, so we should probably get back into it.
Is it that time for a winner?
Yeah, is it?
Do you think?
My favorite time?
God.
While Will pulls it up and gets a winner.
No, wait.
Oh,
give us more. Give
Hang
us
on.
more. Give us more.
What do you got?
If I win right now, I'm leaving. I'm out. You can't.
Yeah, if you win right now, you walk across the studio and you pick something off the rack, and you have to put it on camera.
I love that.
All right. Y'all want to see my hairy belly?
Let's go.
Hairy belly?
my hairy belly.
No, wait.
Y'all want to see my hairy belly?
We didn't get anything fitness, and we'll get into that next time.
Ooh,
but
we didn't.
I'm down. I'm not drinking any beer this year either.
You're in no beer year with us?
No beer.
When did we go? When did we start? The first or second week of January?
We've always been trying to push the narrative of doing better for ourselves and,
why not?
Creating a new future.
Right.
And, it all
Let's
comes
get into it a little bit.
It all comes along. It all comes along with diet and exercise and things like that. And we try to push everybody around us in our community to do the same as we are doing.
Kyle's one of the people who's followed suit since day one.
Since day one. So we are always like trying to push people to run and exercise and get your your workouts in every single day and just having diet restrictions and shit like that. Like,
you can't preach to the world and tell the outside world what to do if you ain't taking care of your own home.
100%.
Exactly.
Like,
so you talked a little bit of smack last week about, not last week, 2 weeks ago, about energy drinks.
Yeah.
My name's Kyle.
You're not.
Get your mean jokes out now. I drink Monster. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Coffee.
It's coffee but for chemicals before calories.
Coffee does weird stuff to my stomach. So I've never, ever, ever had
black
a good time.
Coffee, pure black.
Bad things to my stomach.
But you've like.
I've experimented. I'm a man of science.
Okay.
Monster specifically, Red Bull doesn't work. Rockstar doesn't work.
White Monsters.
All of them are good. Other energy drinks, coffee, caffeine pills.
Don't do it for you.
Bad things. So Monster once a day, not multiple, none of that crap. I have it in the morning, and that's my breakfast.
What's your go-to?
The green standard, right?
But you have a monster in the morning and you're good to
black
go.
with the green.
Yeah.
Green M.
Standard.
You have a monster every
clean.
morning.
Every morning.
Really?
You come to my house in the mini fridge in the living room.
Insane amount
Monster.
of sugar in there. It's
That's my breakfast though.
like
that's
60 grams of sugar, right?
But that's it. Like
Yeah, but
that's
he's good. It ain't
and that's-
hurting
I
him.
know. It's just
and that's
like,
most of my sugar for the whole day.
His
I don't
insides are
have
green.
snacks. I don't. You know,
Yeah.
I cook every night. Like we eat good.
Yeah.
Clean. I shouldn't say good. We don't eat a ton. I'm in shape, but this year alone. So I switched when you guys announced it beginning of this year. I
Yeah.
switched to low carb Monster, the blue one.
Nice.
It's like
I didn't know
Four-
there was one.
it's like 40
Yeah, it's got the
calories
blue M,
total.
right?
It's no sugar.
That's what Brett drinks. Brett drinks that or the
No
juice
sugar?
ones.
I'm down with no beer and the low carb Monster. I'm down 18 pounds right now that I did not
That's
know I had to
nuts, dude.
lose.
I've lost
weigh-
13 from just cutting beer.
That's
I
crazy.
weigh
13.
137.8 pounds as of this morning.
What?
Wow.
That was my senior year wrestling weight. I was
Just drop mine.
135.
And like I'm not emaciated, guys.
You're 100.
If,
No,
if
you
I
look
win,
normal.
if I win right now, you're gonna see. But like,
Comfortable.
You're 137.
I didn't know I could.
You're a
lose
grown
that
man. How's
much,
that possible?
Right? I weigh less than I weighed in high school when I was pole vaulting.
Let's get
You were pole vaulting?
a
Let's get a
winner.
winner.
Let's get a winner real quick.
Let's get a winner for sure.
Let's
get
see
back
if I
into
have
it.
to take my shirt off on camera.
While Will's
See.
pulling up this winner, I just want to take a moment and thank Moon Guitars, Mr. Kyle Wolfe, for coming
Thanks,
out and
buddy.
kicking it with us. Been amazing.
What we doing?
Thank you so much for the guitar, for the work, everything you do
Yeah,
for the
there we go.
community. Let's see who it's going to be this week, ladies
Got
and
it.
gentlemen. As
Who
always,
is
make
it?
sure
Melinda!
well, she's got to come in and take her shirt off and put a shirt on in
that's
front of the
not
crowd.
okay.
Already
You
a
can't
winner.
do that.
Huge.
your wife.
So it's an inside job.
Just
The
made me look
wife form.
terrible.
I hit
Sorry.
I hit the randomizer.
that.
I hit the randomizer before the video started. Terribly sorry.
Fair.
Guys, as always,
um,
thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you to Moon Guitars for being here with us.
Thank you guys.
Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and get in the comments every week for a chance to win some free gear. As always, you can use podcast for 10% off.
100%.
We love you very much. Be about something
Well,
bigger than yourself.
10%. You get 10% off.
10% off. What did I say?
100%.
He said.
Did I say 100%?
No, he did.
Oh, he said 100% right.
Always
No, that was
100%.
just backing up what I said in the first place.
100%.
This has been a great Saturday night. Thank you to you, and thank you to
Yeah,
you
you crushed it, dude. The new
for
studio looks
just
phenomenal.
changing my life that I
We're
had no
working on
idea
it.
was happening.
We're working on it.
I was thinking like this next week was going to be insane with getting work done, so we had a new studio, and you did it this week somehow.
It
Anyway,
has been insane.
the year you put in on that, I'm very happy, man. Life is good, guys. New future. Be about something bigger than yourself, and we'll see you next week.
Love you guys. See ya.
Get it?
Well done.